We're all familiar with traditional office jobs and careers, but there are also plenty of odd jobs that fall way outside of your typical 9 to 5. As unconventional as many of these jobs may be, if you're looking for ways to make more money, you'll be surprised to see that the following jobs also come with unbelievable salaries. Here are some of the weirdest jobs that come with equally unconventional pay, most of which may surprise you. 15. Golf ball diver. Estimated salary range, $50,000 to $90,000 per year. Considering the price for a new box of golf balls and how many brand new golf balls I've personally hit into the water, retrieving and reselling this white gold can be a pretty lucrative job. As the name suggests, golf ball divers take to the many ponds across golf courses to salvage, clean, and recycle golf balls, as the name suggests. 14. Certified ethical hacker. Median annual salary, $107,577. You might be able to make more as an unethical hacker, but I don't need to explain why that's a bad idea. Alternatively, the government, technology, and cybersecurity industries are full of high-paying jobs for ethical hackers. With titles ranging from security analyst to penetration tester, these professionals make a living intentionally hacking computers and systems to uncover vulnerabilities before the criminals do. 13. Food stylist. Median annual salary, $76,835. Ever wonder why that cheeseburger looks so good in the commercial, but is haphazardly constructed in a clear attempt to ruin your day when you pull it out of the bag to eat it? You can thank the food stylist for that. These professionals are responsible for making foods look as appetizing as possible, usually for photo shoots, films, television commercials, and upscale restaurants. Crime scene cleaner. Median annual salary, $49,142. Crime scenes may be cordoned off during an investigation, but once the evidence is collected, someone has to clean up what's left behind. These professionals may go by different names, but crime scene cleaners are responsible for the removal of biohazardous waste, body fluids, blood, human waste, and other unpleasantries. While you may not need an individual license, these technicians are usually a part of a company that does need various licenses according to the regulations set forth by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as OSHA. Professional bridesmaid. Estimated salary range, $1,000 to $5,700 per event. Friends play an important role in weddings, but let's face it, not all our friends are the best at tackling problems, nor do they always give the best advice. Professional bridesmaids step in to help brides through their big day. As a pro, aside from showing up at the wedding, you'll likely be expected to walk down the aisle and maybe even give a toast in the couple's honor. If you've got a knack for problem solving, a love for wedding celebrations, and a calming presence that can prevent even a nuclear reactor from melting down, a job as a professional bridesmaid might be a good fit. Commercial diver. Median annual salary, $61,300. A commercial diver earns their pay working underwater. Duties can vary greatly, but they include checking for pipe leaks, inspecting and cleaning pipe valves, inspecting bridges, ships, docks, and sewers, and even salvaging wrecked ships. Anyone up for some 18th century shipwreck treasure hunting? Number 9. Airplane repossession person. The estimated salary range is 6 to 10% commission on each plane's resale price, which can be anywhere from $10,000 to $900,000 per plane. The thought of a repo man flying away in your airplane is pretty comical, but it doesn't make it any less real of a job. If you buy a plane and can't afford it, you can be sure the bank is going to come knocking. This gig is serious enough for the Discovery Channel to produce a show about it, and we all know everything we see on TV is real. Number 8. Genetic counselor. The median annual salary is $95,770. Counseling for hereditary disorders might not seem like the most uplifting profession, but you will be in a position to help others as they cope with the unfortunate genetic hand they're dealt with. A genetic counselor assesses the risk for a variety of inherited conditions, sharing this information with families and other healthcare professionals to support informed decision-making. They counsel patients on unfavorable test results and coping methods for those at risk, as well as couples with hereditary conditions who are trying to conceive. Number 7. Ice cream taster. The estimated salary range is $68,970. I've had some terrible ice cream, so either not all ice cream is taste tested, or these companies need a new set of mouths working for them. Regardless, it's a real gig that pays real money. But do you want a chance to ruin your love of ice cream with too much of it? Yes, we do. An ice cream taster, also known as a taste tester or food scientist, checks to make sure each type of ice cream is up to snuff and contains the right ingredients, textures, and flavors so consumers won't be disappointed. Body part model. Median annual salary $150 to $2,500 for a day's work, up to $75,000 per year. Have a nice pair of hands? According to Forbes, a top parts model can make around $75,000 a year. Depending on their look, delicate or practical, hand models will usually either book fashion and beauty shoots or commercial work for food and cleaning products. You may even find yourself doubling for celebrities who have a less than appealing set of their own. New York City hot dog vendor. Estimated salary range, $60,000 to $100,000 or more. You can't just slap a hot dog stand anywhere on the side of the road and expect to make a killing, but in the right location, a full-time gig selling hot dogs can turn a decent profit. It's not unheard of for vendors in prime New York City spots to pay over $300,000 in annual rent to the city. So what must they be bringing in if they can afford this type of fee? According to the New York Post, one hot dog vendor raked in up to $400 each day when business was peaking and only paid $60 a year for a vendor's license. Bingo manager. Median annual salary $72,602. They may get their start in your grandma's retirement home bingo hall, but you'll typically find these professionals managing the bingo departments of casinos, and it can be big business. A bingo manager oversees and directs the daily activities of the department, approving jackpots and payouts, and ensuring compliance with federal and state gaming regulations. Sommelier. Median annual salary $59,573. If your passion for wine extends beyond drinking it, a job as a sommelier might be of interest. A sommelier, or wine steward, manages everything from identifying and purchasing an organization's wine collection to its proper storage and promotion. You'll likely work with kitchen staff to develop food and wine pairings as well. Sommeliers commonly work with upscale restaurants, hotels, and other locations where expensive wines are sold. They're expected to demonstrate a thorough knowledge of wines, vineyards, geographic regions, and of course, the grapes themselves. Nuclear power reactor operator. Median annual salary, $100,890. Nuclear power plants generate roughly 20% of U.S. electricity, and it takes a highly trained licensed professional to ensure these plants never come anywhere close to having a meltdown. Besides working in an overly secure environment that's sensitive to attack, nuclear power reactor operators are responsible for operating and controlling nuclear reactors. A normal day consists of adjusting control rods, monitoring reactors, and responding to abnormalities. No sweat, right? Elevator inspector. Median annual salary, $102,420. These inspectors make sure your elevator delivers you seamlessly, but their job also goes beyond elevators. These inspectors examine and maintain all lifting and conveying devices, such as elevators, escalators, moving sidewalks, ski lifts, and even amusement park rides, to ensure they meet safety and compliance codes. The next time you reach your floor without plummeting to the ground, you know who to thank.